Hello everyone, the inspector back with you. It's Saturday afternoon. I guess about a little bit before 4 o'clock. I'm going to be going out tonight, so I have about a little over day's growth, but I want to have a smooth finish here. So that's what we'll do as my weekly shave here. Starting out, let's see, what are we going to use? Just so much to choose from, but we're going to start out. I'll introduce how about the razor first? Okay, we're going to go vintage style. We're going to go with a late 60s. I think it's a 68 Gillette Knack. You've seen this before. They're all over the place on eBay if you want to get them. This is a really perfect condition almost. I got this off eBay. It's a twist open, non-adjustable, mild shave, but nice, very nice. Could be had for not a lot of money on eBay. Just make sure you check condition of the razor before you buy along. See if it coincides with the price that you want to pay. Okay, so we'll be using the Gillette Knack. Unbreakable bowl by not TRC. This is my Hayless bowl, my neon green inspector's den bowl with an Omega Roma. This is a nice, I think it's a 28 millimeter here. Nice, very nice, soft synthetic. We'll use that, and we'll go with the cream. I like Arko creams. No, this is not the hard soap that you guys know about. No, this is a really good performing budget cream. You can probably get these from about, I'm saying $5 to $7 in a lot of places. All right, this happens to be Hydrate. All right, so the screw, the cap on here is sort of stripped for some reason, but it still secures. So we're gonna put this in our bowl here, right in the middle. I already did my head this morning, so. All right, so see what I have here? That should be plenty. That should be absolutely plenty. Okay, and yes, we did wash out our face. We'll do that again, but to finish up, we're going to use some CAD. Can't go wrong with that, especially in certain social situations. It's widely liked by people. I get comments on that all the time. We're going to go with the balm, Furbo balm. This is very lightly scented. I don't know what you call, little colonial citrusy maybe, but I like it. So we're going to be using that. Also, I apologize for my last video. There was some flashing interruption going on. I don't know what it was, but hopefully this one will go better as far as that's concerned. All right, the shave was great. The video is in. All right, guys, so let's wet our face here. Wet the face. Oh, did I mention I have a third and final use Accuforge blade, which is like a Persona Old Lab Blue, just rebranded. So a nice mild shave. We'll wet the brush here. We'll get it heated up. I'm going to shake most of the moisture out. See this? This is in this little indentation here to put my thumb in and start agitating. This has a really thick knot, just enough loft. So it has a little bit of backbone, which I like. So it's right in the sweet spot there. It just feels great. Trafalgar is also similar to what this is to my T3. I use that once in a blue moon, but I should be using it more. I can't describe this. It's like a light soapy scent, you know. And then these Arko soaps in the cream is going to be that strong. It's not meant to be, but I'm getting a great little lather there. So we'll paint it on first. I happen to like, you can adjust the moisture water in here, but I generally like these Arko creams, talking about creams, better than the Derby ones. For some reason, I think they perform better, maybe a little slicker for me. All right, getting it on my shirt here. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be plenty cream. Plenty cream. All right. I mean, you can go on lathering as long as you want to do. So, all right, I got it all over the place here. And I always get always manage to get some water drops on my mirror. Okay, guys, so here we go, Gillette Knack vintage. Believe most of them, if not all, were made in England. I'm not quite sure of that, but that's what I remember seeing, that everyone I've seen was like made in England, so I could be wrong, but you guys know, comment. All right, so heat it up. Here we go, first pass with the grain here. And yeah, this is a nice, very smooth and mild. If you want to crank up some more efficiency on here, use first of all, a new blade and a sharper blade. I'm okay with what I got here. And I don't see it a problem as I'm swiping across my face here. This is good enough, especially if once in a while I will shave back to back, but not too often. But right. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. Other side. Most of Gillette razors, vintage, are pretty mild, to say the least. Even the adjustables, if you crank it up to 9, well, they're not terribly aggressive. This is like, this Knack is like a Gillette Tech for me. Fat handle Techs, I have probably 4 or 5 of them or something like that. Different eras. One's colored, what do you call it? Anodized. I think you call it that, right? I don't know. Different colors. Well done. So, these razors you can get, if you want to do a one pass, just a socially acceptable thing, that's great. I find these Accuforge are really a great middle of the road blade, especially if you guys are just starting out, figuring out what blades to try. I would try Accuforge as one of your first, just so you get a baseline. You don't have to buy 100. You can go on Razor Emporium, and I think they start at a 5-pack. 5, 10, 30, 50, and then 100, I think. I believe I have about, what did I buy? How many? Like 50 or something like that. But I wouldn't hesitate to buy 100 pack of these because they're really very consistent, reliable blades. Are they the sharpest? No, absolutely not. But for a combination of sharpness and smoothness, yeah, absolutely. Matt's blades, the Rex blades, are excellent too, although they're sharper. They're noticeably sharper, but smooth nonetheless. With these Gillette vintage, the non-adjustables are, you're on autopilot, and it's just great. Even the adjustable ones are they're very user-friendly if you're just getting into DE shaving. So if you don't want to, you can go vintage for not a lot of money here. And it's a good way to get started if you like Gillette vintage razors. There's so many options, guys, especially for beginners. I've or tried most of them, most of the popular ones anyhow, and a lot of the vintage ones too. Injectors, I have my share of those too, along with the gem blade, single edge. So I have a lot of everything, as you guys know. All right, so I'm gonna work up my lather here for a second pass. And no qualms about this cream. It's just excellent. If you're just starting out, I would start out with a cream reasonably priced like this one. There are others too, but it's just ease of lathering with a synthetic brush. Most synthetics are pretty, a lot of cheap ones, not expensive, well made, like this. Omega, different brands, whatever. You can get in that $20 range or so. You have a lot of choices. All right. Now I remember when synthetics just meant you had a Plisson back when I first started in early 14. Over the next year, they become really popular thanks to a lot of YouTubers or some like CDB. And then they started coming into the US, by way of China. So all of a sudden they got to, sourcing was a lot easier to get synthetic knots. And then that increased also the fact that a lot of guys started making brushes, making the handles, and just installing the knot. So a big boon to artisans, okay, that made their own handles and stuff. So yeah, a lot of stuff has happened since 14. A lot of choices. That's good. All right, guys. So here we go. We're going to go against the grain here. This is I haven't used this in a while, but it's such a comfortable razor to use. Twist to open, twist, pop in the blade, and you're good to go. No fuss, no muss. That's what I love about twist to open razors. I'm going to sweep underneath my neck here, but I'm going to go really lightly. No reason to press here at all. The head has enough weight on it, so there's some decent plow through on your beard, on your face. So, all right. This is against the grain for me here, so I can go a lot of strokes here. I just gotta go lightly. Yes, I do have a leather face, as letting you guys know, but all right. So down here, I'm gonna relather. You know what? I'm just gonna do an upstroke here. And since I have the lather, I'm gonna use it. I like to put cream on here, once in a while, just to keep my face conditioned with the soap. All right. So I'm getting, on this against the grain here, I'm getting the last 5 to 10% of what's left on my face. So very nice. Like to buff short strokes here. Across here. This is against for me right here. And then I'll just come straight up to finish. All right. All right. Nice, very nice. All right, I'll come across. And if your lather happens to dry up or whatever, I always like adding fresh. I'm gonna squeeze, not pull, but gently squeeze. And I get a whole bunch of cream on here. I still have some left in the bowl, so let me get the most of that. See how much that produces? Ridiculous amount of lather. I do find as I'm doing this third pass here, or second, feels like a little menthol action going on, which is nice. Not a lot, but just a tad bit. Enough so you notice. Okay. I'm going to come across here. I'm going to shut that water off. Across. And then I'm going to come right up. Come up buffing. This razor blade, sorry, I should say blade, is just where I want it. In terms of performance. But after this, yeah, I'll retire this blade. All right, that looks good. We'll rinse hot water and we'll do our mustache area to finish up. Oh, look at that. Put it over here. All right. Underneath the nose with this razor, no issue. come straight up. Make sure I get that lip area really well. That's the toughest area for me to get really good, really well here. I'm going to come across just a tad bit of resistance. All right, we're done. That side. And then right, we're good. Nice. Could do this, work it in, feeling around for any areas which needs a little touch up, and I don't feel any, so we're good. All right, I'm gonna rinse this razor well. Yeah, I'm gonna shake it out and dry it up and take the blade out, dry that. Then we'll rinse. Oh, wow. There's some decent slickness on this cream, so just gonna take some, rinse it all off. Now I have warm water here just to break up the cream. I'll put some cool water on it. Close up the pores. All right, so we'll go to our towel. Pat dry. All right. Some there's. All right, that's good. Ah, yes. Yeah, I got real close. I can feel it tingling. So that's not a bad sign because there's no weepers, no cuts, no nothing. All right, we'll put that back. All righty. All right, so yeah. Arko cream, really nice, really nice. Highly recommend it. They come extra moisture, comfort. There's about 4 or 5 different scent variations. They're very lightly scented, but they all perform well. Omega Roma here, as in Colosseum in Rome. And we have, the Knack, 68 or so Knack, I think, with the last use, third use Accuforge blade that I got off of Razor Emporium. And at this point, what we'll do is pat dry the face. Let's go ahead and apply our CAD here. This is slightly mentholated in itself. What I'll do is load it up on the face. I get it on the side of my head too. I'm not stingy with the aftershave. I know I don't apply it much on camera, but yeah, I use quite a bit. All right. So, and then I'll quickly rinse my hands and use the Furbo balm. I think I got this off of, I want to say Blue Goose a while ago, a couple of years ago. That should do it. Doesn't interfere with the scent on the aftershave, so that's a great thing about getting a, unscented balm pretty much. And that will calm down your face if you had any bit of rough shave or whatever, but I like to add moisture to my face. So, yeah, Furbo balm. All right, we'll lay that up there for next time. Yeah, we'll get off camera, clean up. I'm gonna change. And that's a grade A shave, ready to go for tonight. Guys, thanks for being with me. And we will be at it again pretty soon, hopefully. And have a good rest of your weekend. Take care.